What up, YouTube? This is Steven, and welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to talk about um, DNA ancestry test. I've been thinking about getting a DNA ancestry test done on myself. Um, Pretty much a couple of things have been holding me back. One is money. It does cost a bit of money. It's not a lot of money, but no, it costs a bit of money to get the DNA ancestry test done. And it's like, well, is it worth it? Do you think it's worth it? And another thing that's been holding me back. I was like, how am I going to react to the results? How, like, thinking about it, like, how will I react if I find something that I didn't know was there? Because I've been set pretty much in my racial identity, you know, as long as I can remember for the most part. Um, you know, so I'm like, with these reading, like with these findings, that come up in this DNA ancestry test, would they change the way that I think about myself? Um, it's something to think about, like, because like I'm accepting myself as being black slash African American, um, and I'm thinking, like, if I get this test done, would that make me? I guess it could make me feel even stronger about being black slash African American, or maybe it might not have an effect, or maybe it would have an effect where I'm like, okay, based on these findings, maybe I'm not as black slash African American as I think I am. Um, you know. But yeah, I've been thinking about getting a DNA ancestry DNA test done for a while. And I'm also wondering, like, I wonder what a pop up in my DNA ancestry test. I have a clue, but I'm thinking about what would pop up. You know, what do you think would pop up in my DNA ancestry test? I guess just looking at me, you know. But this would kind of like clear up some things in within my family, because sometimes folks be like, oh, we have, like, this, that, and the third. But I'm like, okay, this DNA ancestry test will let me know what we got, in our family for sure, or at least what we got um, in me. you know. Um, but have any of you guys ever had a DNA ancestry test done? And if so, how did you react to the findings? I think it would be like really cool to like be able to trace back my roots to like a specific part of Africa, a specific tribe or ethnic group in Africa. Um, it, I wouldn't really, of course, I wouldn't be expecting for this tribe to like welcome me with open arms, but it would be cool, to be able to like look at people from the tribe that the findings come from and kind of like compare myself, like, okay, yeah, I can see that, oh, I have that feature and they have that same feature as well, something like that. And as well, just to look, kind of like, I guess maybe what your culture could have been, had the transatlantic slave trade not occurred, you know. Um, and as well, like, I wonder if I'll be surprised by any of these findings. As well, I wonder, like, how much exactly is my percentage when it comes to like black slash African American, African DNA. I wonder how I do kind of wonder the exact percentage, but at the same time, I'm a little bit hesitant to find out that exact percentage because then it's kind of like to an extent like on the record in writing, like this is who you are. Um, so like if I share the results, then it's like, oh, you're only this much percent African American. So you don't have really a say in, anything to say about African American slash black issues. Like I don't know. It's just weird. Like kind of like feeling maybe someone might try to use the findings against me. If I were to become like a really popular like YouTuber or person who speaks out about um, black issues. Um, I know like the program American Lives, and they also did one about African American lives. You know, um, uh, Derek Jeter, he did one. Well, a lot of people did one. But I'm just, I guess, thinking about the people who are a bit more reminiscent of me, maybe. Derek Jeter did one, and Cory Booker did one too, and I thought both of those were really interesting episodes. For me, the really interesting episodes involve like people who kind of like have a you know ambiguously racial look to them, or racially ambiguous look to them. Those kind of are a bit more interesting. But I also am entertained by like the when I see like episodes with black people who aren't racially ambiguous too, and also like Latinos. I know Jessica Alba did one, and I was entertained by that episode too. I guess people who kind of like have like you know an ethnic identity. Like a strong ethnic identity. You know. Um, but yeah, Cory Booker and Derek Jeter did these tests, and I know Derek Jeter's results showed that he was like 40% African and actually 60% white. So he's actually a little bit more white than he is black. By like 10%. You know, Cory Booker's DNA results. It was like majority. It was like he was like 47% black and like 45% white, I think. Um, Something like that. And then the remaining rest was indigenous DNA, indigenous folk, of the Americas DNA. Oh, yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. You know, and I think Cory Booker's in politics, and I feel like that, like if Cory Booker ends up becoming like a major deal in politics and possibly running for president, they're going to look back at that episode to find out, because some people might be kind of curious about Cory Booker as far as like his ethnic makeup or whatnot. When it comes to people who kind of like have a somewhat of a racially ambiguous look, people do kind of become interested and a bit curious about what the person actually is, kind of like Jessica Alba. She has a racially ambiguous look as well. And I hope that this isn't offending anyone, because I know some people might end up leaving the comment in the box like, oh, don't be color struck or something like that. Leave a little shady comment in the box, and that's not meant to offend. It's just like when you look at something that's ambiguous, you want to just kind of like find out more about it, and that's with anything. So it's not like to put down people who aren't racially ambiguous looking. you know that's my disclaimer. And I don't know what else to call it, but yeah, I guess that's my disclaimer. But I think I'm going on for long enough, so thanks a lot for watching. Feel free to comment and let me know what you think. Adios and goodbye for now.